Hey guys, so I'm back temporarily until I decide, fuck it, I'm gonna quit doing this again. I know I've been very sporadic in my reviews as of the last year or so. I just, I really have no explanation why I've quit doing reviews, start doing reviews, and then quit doing them. Like, I just have. I don't know why. I I lose my passion to do these reviews. I just do these for fun. I just do it for kicks and giggles. Yeah, I know the audio quality is shit and the video quality is shit. I know I cuss a lot. I don't know what other stupid complaints have I heard about my videos, but I just do this for fun. I'm not. I if I really wanted to, of course I'd get better audio and video. I'm recording this on a laptop, so give me a fucking break. So, um, if you wonder what I'm recording this off of. So, yeah, I have been just kind of sporadically. I've been still going to the movies since the last time I did a review was like January, which was what, Infinity Pool, I think. Yeah, I like Infinity Pool. I've seen over. I swear to God, I just looked at my phone, and have seen 76 movies in the theater this year, and it's only July. Like last year, I'd seen like only about 99. I've only seen 70. I've seen 76, and it's only July. That's incredible. I've like I said, I've been seeing a lot of goddamn movies, and I I'm sure people want to want to hear my opinion on different movies, and if you ask me in the comments, I'll let you know. As far as my favorite movies so far this year, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, easily the best movie I've seen so far this year. John Wick Chapter 4, Sisu. Fucking, if you haven't seen Sisu, go fucking watch that. I'm trying to think of, those are my top, probably my top three. I love the hell out of all three of those movies. Um, I've been going to the movies consistently. I've seen a lot of good movies, a lot of bad movies, and a lot of in between. Um, in the since July or since January, sorry, in the 76 movies I see. As far as the movie we're going to be talking about today, Talk to Me. That's what the movie's called, Talk to Me. Um, this was a part of this is I pretty much got an advanced screening of this movie. I see an advanced screening of this movie via Regal Cinema's Monday Mystery Movie, which is a thing they started back in last September. If you don't remember me doing reviews for movies that were covered under the Regal Monday Mystery Movie back in September and November of last year, basically Regal Cinemas does this thing where they have you pay only $5 a ticket, and but they don't tell you what you're going to be seeing, and it's a mystery until the movie starts. And like for the first two, like they started doing this like at first like every other month. Now it's like every 2 weeks. Like it's kind of worn out its welcome of like, especially with some of the quality of the movies we've gotten. Really, every fucking movie I've gotten. Okay, so the first two, if you don't remember, were The Greatest Beer Run, which sucked, Spirited, which I liked, which were two Apple Plus TV movies, and it was kind of like, really, is this all we're gonna get? Is Apple Plus movies and that's it? Like, man, that kind of wears out. Like, that kind of ruins the whole mystery about it. It was like getting predictable. Then they decide, start in January, to start doing movies that are going to be released in theaters. So, like, January, we didn't get the movie in January, but it was Missing, which I did review, which I did like. Uh, then we got Champions, which I liked. Uh, then we got Paint, which sucked. I hated Paint. That was just not for me one bit. Mafia Mama, which I didn't hate as much as a lot of people did. Tony Collette entertained the hell out of me. Uh, then I got Sisu, which is one of my favorite movies of the year. Definitely one of the best movies that's been under this Monday Mystery movie. Then I got Hypnotic, which is one of the worst movies I've seen in the Monday Mystery movie. That was terrible. And Kandahar, was it Kandahar, which was a generic Gerard Butler action movie. Again, like, this is all movies that have failed at the box office when they come out. And then recently we got Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, which again was a big box office bomb, which sucked because the movie was not bad. It was actually pretty entertaining and kind of original. Well, it had an idea that had been done before, really, teenage comedy, but with a kraken and sea creatures. All right, and then the most recent one, which was a couple weeks ago, we got Theater Camp, which I had never gotten a trailer for and never even heard of until like right before the movie started, and it honestly was a big giant surprise. I thought that was funny as hell. So this time we got Talk to Me, and with these Regal Monday Mystery movies, every time I've gone to, it's usually about the same crowd. And it's always the same people that sit right behind me that don't shut the fuck up. And it's these two old ladies, and like, I knew instantly because like the last couple movies, Ruby Gillman and Theater Camp, they walked out of like within 10 minutes because they didn't like the movie. I was like, I guarantee they're probably not gonna like this. They didn't. They walked in like 10, like, this is stupid. Like, Brighten Your Horizons, the old goats. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I was happy to see a horror movie. This is the first time we got a horror movie. And this was a movie that I got a trailer for a couple times, and I like, the thing about Regal Monday Mystery movies, they really are not much of mystery because basically all you need to do is like you get to see the rating of the movie, which was rated R, and you see over the next like couple. Usually they pick a movie that comes out in a couple weeks or in a week. So you see which ones are coming out, and you go, okay, what's the most likely? And it's usually that. Like, and even though I did get it wrong last time, I didn't even know what the fuck Theater Camp was. So, yeah, so I got trailers for this, and I heard it was really good. And I, honestly, before I saw the movie, I was like, I had to refresh my memory. I was like, what was this movie about? Like, oh, yeah, okay, now I remember. And so I was like, I'd only got a trailer one or two times. And, yeah, I really fucking enjoyed the hell out of this movie, man. This was one of the better horror movies of the year. I recommend people see it, and it's again one of those movies that's probably not going to do well. Regal figures it's not going to do well, so they just throw it into the Monday Mystery. I mean, that's pretty much what they're doing now. Even though a lot of movies aren't doing well right now. Indiana Jones. And The Flash. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the heck out of this movie. It's A24. That should tell you all you need to know. A24 pretty much lets filmmakers do whatever the fuck they want to do and doesn't really interfere, and I love the hell out of it. They let them just do what the movie that they want to do. And this is like a first time brother directors that like they, I believe I read like their YouTube creators or some shit like that. And they're from Australia. This is an Australian horror movie, which I've only seen a few Australian horror movies like Wolf Creek and Babadook, and those are really good movies. And this is a really good movie. So Australia's been knocking them out of the park. This is a pretty, like I said, I'm gonna remember this brother duo, because this is a pretty damn good movie. Like hell, Radio Silence, the guys who made the Ready or Not and the recent Scream movies, also were like from YouTube. He became famous off YouTube, so doesn't mean that just because even though YouTube's a cesspool of fucking shit, uh, and I'm doing a video on YouTube, but whatever. Uh, does There's some creative people out there, so I'm not gonna say. So like I said, I want to see what these guys. They made a pretty solid, movie. They kind of made an original spin, took original spin on a story that's been done before, but is really effective. I thought the main lead was really good. The girl was really good, really likable, and really relatable. It's a movie where the main girl, if you don't know the plot, she is a girl who she at the beginning of the movie is grieving the loss of her mother who died from an apparent suicide when she like took a bunch of sleeping pills. Even though she doesn't believe that her mom really would kill herself, she apparently did. And she's still grieving, and then she has this one friend of hers that she goes to a party that where this party has been going viral as of late because of like on TikTok because people would post videos on TikTok of stuff that would happen on this at these parties, and they go to this party where the one friend has like an embalmed hand, severed hand. I'm not making that up. Where they would have party guests grab a hold of the hand and go, talk to me. And they, as soon as they say that, they see a dead person in front of them, but nobody else except them will see it. And it's a ghost. And then they tell the ghost, I let you in. And at that moment, the ghost or the spirit or whatever possesses the person who says it, and they have 90 seconds to let the ghost inhabit them, and then they have to let them out after 90 seconds. That's a pretty creative concept. Like, and of course, like, that's one of those things you instantly go, no one would, in their right fucking mind would do that shit. They're not that. I was like, that's an instant no, I'm not doing that shit. Like, who the fuck would want to do that? But also at the same time, teenagers are dumb as hell. Like, it is, like, so I can believe that, like, they would fucking make a TikTok sensation out of something like this. Of course they would. This generation is so fucking dumb they would do it. And they ate Tide Pods, for God's sakes. So, there's like a new sensation like every other month or whatever. So I wouldn't put it past them. And also, it's nice to know that Australian teenagers are just as dumb as American teenagers. That's good to know. Um, yeah, and of course, as you probably would expect, it doesn't like it's one of those things where the people that are involved in this party they kind of become obsessed with it, including the main girl. And of course, as you could probably guess, things go south very fucking quickly. I don't think that's much of a spoiler. I won't go into much detail what happens, but it's like it's a fun movie. Like there's some fucking visceral ass violence. There's a scene with a character banging their head on a table that was fucking brutal and visceral. That god damn, dude. There's like some really good practical effects. There's like I don't think much CGI as far as CGI goes, and I appreciate the fuck out of that. It's a really effective, really creepy horror movie, and I was like interested in where the hell it was going from most of it. And like it helps that you got characters that you kind of like and grow to like. This movie, like I said, I enjoyed the hell out of the movie. The one thing I will say, as far as like complaints go, okay, this is gonna kind of get about. This is where I'm gonna start getting the talking about the ending of the movie. I have a couple complaints about the ending of the movie, and this is gonna get. I'm gonna try not to spoil it. So, but I will still put a warning, say spoiler. But I think I can talk about this without This movie, there's one big trope in horror movies that I cannot stand. And this is because I have a family of nurses. I have a family of nurses that have worked at hospitals, and they've told me this a million times, and I've even noticed this a million times in horror movies. In that you always have that trope where every time you see a horror movie, they always show, especially at night, a hospital where there's like no nurses, no security guards, and it's always in the middle of the night, and they're like, that's not fucking realistic. That is not never. There's no hospital out there that has like nobody around in the middle of the night. So while I say that, this movie somehow took that trope and made it worse. It made it fucking completely worse. This is like there's a scene in this movie where the main girl has to take is trying to deal with somebody that's in the hospital. Let's just say, without getting into spoilers. And in order for them to do that, they take the person and put them in a wheelchair and roll them outside into the parking lot in broad fucking daylight, while the hospital is like busy as hell. There's like nurses going around all over the place. Somehow, this chick, who's in a mental state, like a very bad mental state at this point, and isn't family of this person, is able to take them out on a wheelchair who's in a critical condition at this point. It's still like this person's in critical condition, and able to take them and put them in a wheelchair and wheel them out of the hospital without any nurse, any security guard noticing or even trying to stop them. What? I'm sorry, but anybody in Australia maybe can tell me, is this a fucking thing where they just let anybody take you out of the hospital? If so, I'd never go into a fucking hospital in Australia, I'll tell you that right now. And two, like, I'm pretty sure this is not, like, again, this is fucking broad daylight. She goes to the parking lot, so she had to go through the fucking entrance of this hospital, and you're telling me no one fucking stopped her? Are you fucking kidding me? It's like, the hell was this shit? It's like, that is like taking that trope and making it 10 times worse. And then the movie has an ending that felt really tacked on. While I said A24 usually doesn't interfere, this felt like kind of like an interference from a studio, like a studio note somebody made. They added on like a final 2-minute scene that did not need to be there. I get it, movie. You don't need to fucking hold my hand for this. Like, I got the ending. You don't need to hold my hand. I think the shot that they had right before it ended, or the final scene, was effective and creepy enough that they didn't need that final scene. But other than that, I like this movie a lot. Just, I don't think that was a very good representation of Australian hospitals. Again, I don't live in Australia. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody in the comments that lives in Australia could tell me, maybe. Yeah. I recommend Talk to Me. Go see it. I hope people do. It's a fun movie, horror movie. Like I said, this year in horror movies has been a disappointment. After last year was so fucking good, this year has been kind of a letdown. And yeah, this is one of the better ones. Like, maybe this will turn around a year in horror movies. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, recommend it. Recommend seeing Talk to Me. I got another Monday Mystery movie 2 weeks from now, if you're wondering. So, the 24th out, and that's going to be interesting because I'm going to have to shoot that fucking review right after I see the movie because I got to get on a plane the next day to go on vacation. So, yeah, so I will be back probably Wednesday for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later.